Yo, what up? So, this is TFH here. I'm with my mate Stuart fucking Whitaker, and this is episode 9 of High Up in the Attic. Still working title. We're not gonna haven't quite got that one sussed out yet. And this is a bit of a special episode because we have the homie Stuart coming up here. Say what up.
How's it going?
So, yeah, Stuart, just a little bit about what's going on here. So this year I'm trying to make a video blog every week for the whole year.
Yep.
So this is episode 9. I'm a little bit behind the 8 ball. We're probably up to week like 13 of the year, but I keep telling my one viewer, Smoker Joe, what up, cuz that I got a lot of shit going on in my life, and it's kind of hard to get this shit done every week. But I digress. So Stewie actually called me this afternoon at 12 o'clock in the afternoon and said, "Hey man, did you realise that Frank Turner's doing a free show in Wellington? He was opening for Counting Crows, and they cancelled for whatever reason, and Frank Turner decided to do a free show at Meow in Wellington, and he was like, I'm coming down for it. Let's fucking go." He was like, "Actually, I'm coming down anyway." And I was like, "If you want a place to crash, you can crash at my house because I got your back, bro." Yeah.
Always, bro.
Yeah.
It's always been that way.
How was the drive down?
It was a little bit frustrating to begin with, to be honest. I got caught in some traffic and roadworks and had a bit of road rage on the road in my car, so I was just cursing and swearing.
Classic driving, eh?
Well, yeah. I know I drive 70 Ks each way to work every day, and I go through those roadworks a lot. And
Why do you drive 70 Ks? Is that the speed limit?
No, 70 Ks.
Oh, 70 kilometres.
Kilometres to
length,
work, yeah.
distance.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a long, eh?
It's a bit of a drive, eh?
Yeah. What do you do on that? Do you listen to like podcasts or anything, or like just music, or?
Personally, I've started carpooling with a bro from work.
Okay.
And we listened to some Joe Rogan just gone.
Yeah. How did you find that?
It was quite hard case. They were talking about just sex and stuff, and
Yeah.
it was quite funny. It was back from 2010.
Yeah. But still relevant today. Well, I guess 10 years ago isn't that far away.
Relevant in time.
Mm.
I mean, they were talking about, what were they talking about? Something came along. It was just funny because it was a place and time, and times it's been a decade, right? So if I can remember, if I had a good memory, I would tell you.
I reckon podcasts are great, man. I've been listening to heaps lately, eh?
Yeah.
Because like I love music, and like tonight going out and seeing Frank Turner was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But also, like a lot of the music, and it's probably the same for you. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we listen to the same stuff. You know, like it's really hard to find new music. Well, it's not really hard to find it. It's actually right there, but just you got to put in the effort to find new music, right?
Yeah.
Like, so where do you find your new music?
New music.
Yeah.
A lot of it's on like Spotify.
Yeah.
I found some bands from Aussie 4 or so years ago. There's some.
What are they called?
Punk bands. The Decline, which was quite a classic name.
It's a pretty cool name though for a band, I reckon.
Ballsy name, to call that your band, because NoFX, The Decline was a pretty epic record, and just to take that. But they did it.
But naming your band,
they're a good band.
Yeah, naming your band,
good.
Naming your band after an epic song's pretty cool though, right?
Yeah, though was it? That's the question. But
well, is the band epic?
Yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah.
Okay.
They're good. Yep.
Oh fuck yeah, sweet.
Similar because Oz got real strong Aussie accent.
You can hear it.
That kind of Frenzul.
Yeah. It's funny how you can hear the accent through songs though.
Mm.
You can pick it, right?
Yeah, I like it when it's natural like that. It's good.
Yeah. Yeah. So normally I come up here and I talk about my week and what I've been doing, and this is kind of me trying to hold myself accountable for shit that I want to get done.
Yeah.
And This year I've been trying to do up my garage, so I've been I like plied it all up and put some new workbenches in there. I'll show you tomorrow. Normally I put up some footage of that. This week I haven't done any. Oh, actually I moved some stuff around so one of my daughters could get in there and build a little artsy crafts thing.
Cool.
Another thing that I'm doing is I'm building a Lego. If you look to your left there, Stewie, I'm building a Lego building of my mate's restaurant, Burger Liquor. If you
Oh,
can
okay,
see,
yeah, yeah.
if you can see the resemblance there.
Yep.
That's a project that's been going on for about 2 years, and I still haven't finished it, and I should be finishing it in a couple of weeks because it's his birthday coming up. But yeah, I haven't done any progress on that. I guess the week that's been has been unproductive. But you know what? Catching up, we went out, we seen Stewie, we had Roper in town, D Burmester, Squid.
Yeah.
To be honest, it was fucking epic.
Yeah.
It was fucking great. And Frank Turner, the homie. Like
Good.
he's
good
coming
songs.
he's coming back.
Yeah.
He's coming back. Yes. When's he coming back? In the end of 2023, November. Yeah, November 17th in Wellington. Check it out. Yeah, so I guess I normally talk about myself because it's just me here by myself talking shit. So let's talk about you, bro.
Me?
What's going on? What's your vlog for the fucking year so far?
Just work, mate. Just doing the milk powder thing. Just
Doing the mahi, getting the treats.
Yeah, I don't know if it's treats. Sometimes it's just more building blocks. You know. But yeah, it is what it is.
But what are you doing outside of work?
I've been playing with a group of boys in New Plymouth,
Mm.
and we've been playing some music. So that's just been good for a creative outlet. That, and we drink a few beers and just kind of hang out and play some music, and then do it again the next week. Just that repetition. I guess it's like going to soccer practice, whatever you want to get into. And
But the repetition's a good thing, right?
Yep.
Like being able to do it every week, because it would, if you were doing it like once every month or something, it's kind of like not quite enough, right?
yeah, well, it did fall down for once a month there for a while.
But I guess people got shit to do.
That's the thing. Yeah, summer was a big blocker.
Yeah.
But yeah, slowly getting back into it after having a few issues with the band. We lost our bass player.
So who's the new dude that you got playing bass?
He's an older dude.
Yeah.
Gregos, we call him, and he
Gregos. I like
yeah.
that. That's good.
Classic. Gregos. Yeah, he's just a simple, I wouldn't say simple, but just classic New Zealand dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works.
Is he having a good time?
I think so. He just wants to make it. He's a guitarist,
But he's playing bass.
but he's playing bass, so he's
Okay.
transitioning into bass. So he's bought himself a short scale bass to make it easier on himself. Came on the ship about a month ago, I think now, and it's been hanging out and playing with us. And
Yeah. Sweet.
our guitarist and him and I have been doing extra stuff on the side just to get him up to speed.
Yeah, cool.
So it's been pretty good.
That's good. Have you got any shows lined up?
No. Well, we need, once we lost Steph after we had a bit of a disaster show,
Yeah.
we lost a couple of songs with him because he used to write as well.
Yeah, okay.
So
When you say you lost a couple of songs, like that, he was like, "These are my songs, and I'm taking them with me."
he
or-
wrote them
Yeah.
outright, pretty much.
So,
So they were kind of his tunes.
yeah,
Our other songs were mostly me and a mix with the bro, and the bro's got his own one he wrote as well.
Yeah.
So
is that what happens? Like if you're in a band and you wrote that song, if you leave, do you take that song with you?
I don't know, man. I've heard of a lot of dramas about that shit.
I guess it's the politics.
Even-
politics of bands.
Yeah,
eh?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, especially if it's all kind of co-written or percentage co-written. I don't know. Like, it's a
Yeah.
hard one. I mean, yeah.
Mm. Okay, well that's good, man.
Even if somebody took your song, I know that'd be a weird prospect. Like if your band broke up, is theoretically thinking if your band broke up and they took your song that you wrote and claimed it as their own, and be like, nah.
Well, to be honest,
did you write this?
I'm
you know, it's your word against ours.
Yeah.
It's like how do you?
I'm probably sure there's like people out there that have done that, you know, that have stolen songs that have been written by someone else, and they've gone, actually, no, man, I took the song, and you know, I'm gonna claim it as my own now, which is pretty fucked up. It's like, dude, if you didn't fucking write the song, then it's not yours, and you got to leave it be with the rightful owner, I guess.
Everything's kind of taken from the void at one point, but yeah, if it's blatant, it's blatant, right?
I guess it's just like a relationship, though, right? Like you're in a relationship with someone, you've got a house full of shit. Like, who's to say what's whose? Like, if you bought something, well, straight up,
that's true.
And that's the thing when you look at like the dynamics of a band or a relationship. There's similarities throughout life and things like that. Like, you know, I guess I want to say property ownership of things.
Yeah.
You know, like, do they own that song? You know, do they own that riff? Like, imagine if you're with your bandmate and he wrote the sick riff, or you wrote the sick riff, and then one of you guys left the bands, and you're like, oh, I'm going to take that riff and write it into like a number one song.
Yeah, all right.
And you know, and someone, and then they leave the band and go off to be a fucking plumber, and you guys make fucking millions of dollars, and they're like, I wrote that fucking riff for that song, and it, you know, I guess, yeah, fuck. We should look into that. I'm sure there's stories out there of people that, you know, that have wrote number one hits and just left the band and was like, fuck yeah, I'm out of here, and they'll like claim it for their own.
Yeah.
I guess it's not like you have a prenup when you join a band, eh?
Nah.
Be like, yeah. But fuck, maybe bands should be like, if we write a song together, it stays with the band, and wherever the band goes, if you leave the band, then, you know, that's it.
I'm just riding on the clause it's not going to go anywhere, but that's all right.
So riding on that a bit more, like what's your vibe behind making a band? You know, like what are you in it for?
What do I want to get out of it? That's a pretty good question, man. I mean, I was in a band when I was a kid. I feel a lot like my identity is attached to it, to be honest. Like a bit of my ego is attached to it. I just, honestly, with the band thing, I just enjoy being in a room with a bunch of dudes every fortnight.
Yeah.
Just talking and drinking and
creating something.
Creating something, yeah. That's been the good part of it. I mean, yeah.
I guess it's about being in the room with people that you like, right?
Yeah, and that, I mean, it's hard to get to know people these days.
Mm. Well, I say being in a room with people that you know would be good as well, but also people you don't know, because you get to understand humanity, right?
Yeah.
Or like humans, like how people interact with people and how people interact in a social situation. So you'd be like, it must be fucking good for you, man.
Yeah, it is.
Like you must. Yeah.
I can't say I'm losing out.
No, definitely not. Definitely not at all.
It's just a weird feeling that, you feel sometimes a little bit more disconnected from your roots. You know, like, take you, me, I mean, Roper for one.
Yeah.
There's just a lot more of a deeper connection there because we grew up as kids.
Yeah.
I mean, take Cam,
for
example, you know. It's just, it's funny. When we were at Unwritten Law the other night, I looked at him and, what was it, the song? Imagine the dreams we had when we were children. I sung that. We were at the bar, I had a beer.
Yeah.
I was just like, sung it, and he just like, looked at me, he was like, yeah.
Fuck, I do love Cam, man.
Good dude.
He came down maybe 2 weekends ago.
Yeah.
After the Unwritten Law weekend.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, him and Linda came down, and their mate Shoney.
Yeah.
You met Shoney before?
Yep. Sure have.
Yeah. They came down and hung out for a couple of days, which was nice. It was good. It was good seeing him, man. Like he's such a champ. He's such a good dude. I got a lot of time for him. Big ups, eh? Big ups.
Yeah.
So I guess as you're building on like having the connection and the history with people, like fucking maybe we should do a side hustle, a side band.
I'd be keen, eh?
I'd be keen as well. Maybe well fuck, let's just do it. Let's just be like, oh, come down. I seen you got your guitar in your car.
Yep.
Today.
I mean, I've got a lot of time on my hands now.
Yeah. But like we should just be like, hey, I've actually got some drums over in the corner over there,
Yep.
which I wanted to put into the garage. So I've been doing up the garage and like making it so it's like nice and usable. It was like that time we set up and like I feel like I would be better on the drums than I could play guitar, but it would just be just backup shitty guitar. And I feel like the drums I would be more into. Give me a microphone though. I want to talk to you, bro.
I get super frustrated with the guitar, and sometimes I just want to pick up the microphone and be like, can somebody else just hold the guitar? I just want to sing into this microphone and get everything good.
That's the thing about the dynamics of it. You kind of want like, you know, a drummer, two guitarists, a singer and a bassist, but the singer can have a guitar but doesn't necessarily have to play the guitar every song or throughout every song, you know? Like you can put it down, or you can just have it fucking lapped over your shoulder, you know?
Yeah.
Throw it over your back like a backpack, and then you've still got your lead guitar and your backup guitar and then your bass to hold it fucking down.
That's how we kind of work. Not so much. I mean, Calvin's definitely a stronger guitarist than me, for sure. He's got a lot more going on. He's metal influenced, and
then you should use that to your advantage, and then put your guitar down and be like, okay, you know.
Yeah, that's what they say a lot.
Yeah,
I don't think I really do that a lot. Maybe it's just out of habit.
Well, that's where you need to be like, hey, actually, you rip into the guitar, and I'm going to put my guitar down or stop playing and actually focus on singing for 30 seconds.
That's right. Yeah.
Maybe you should try and write a song like that. Be like, I'm not going to write guitar. He can just play like a lead. I don't know whether it's like a solo or just like a mean riff or something, and you just stop, and you got the bass, the guitar, and then the drums, and you're just focusing on singing. Or even just be like, hey, actually, I'm not going to play guitar on this whole song, and I'll write the song, and we'll write the music, and then see how that is.
Yeah.
Like mix it up a bit. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I understand what you're saying. Like, I can't even imagine.
Oh, it's just patterns.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like waking up every morning, brushing your teeth, doing the same thing.
It's routine, right?
Routine. And you go back. So you go band practice, you play the same 4 chords or whatever, you know.
I guess routine is good in a certain, in an aspect like that, brushing your teeth before you go to bed. But in some things, like making art, which making music is, it's sometimes you've got to mix it up a bit. You've got to be like, actually, no, man, we're gonna break the rules.
Yeah, for sure.
You know? Like when you listen to something, like I love, like, you know, we grew up in the punk rock. I love listening to that shit. But sometimes you hear a band and you're like, fuck, they just did it a little bit different. Yeah. They didn't do like an intro, you know, a bridge into the fucking first chorus and 3 choruses and then out, you know, they just came in hot. Like, look at the fucking Decline, as we touched on a moment ago. The Decline, if you guys don't know, is like a 18-minute song by the band NoFX, and they just that's exactly what they did. They just threw the fucking 2.5 minute punk song on its head and were like, fuck this, we're gonna write a fucking 18-minute long song, and they just did it because they're fucking funny cunts, straight up. Like, it's
a good tune. I remember listening to that when I was 14 years old at the record store.
Yeah. What? No, it didn't come out when you were 14, did it?
1999. 14, 15. Come on, bro.
14. Fuck, did it come out in 1999?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I remember we were kids, we were playing a song at the youth zone with Kitchen Somerset. That was back in...
Man, where's time going, eh? I feel like we're just slowly dying. And shit's...
Yeah.
I tell you what I did see online the other day is... I'm not sure who's organising it or who's doing it, but Fat Mike seems to have quite a bit to it. But is the Punk Rock Museum in Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Have you seen that going on?
Yes,
That looks fucking epic.
Yeah.
So this is a museum that is put together by basically the kind of, I say, California, USA punk bands from like the probably late 80s and 90s and 2000s, and they're making a punk rock museum, which is fucking cool, man.
I actually met his ex-wife.
Yeah. What happened there?
She was super nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was just hanging out in New Zealand with me first, and
what was her vibe? Like just hanging out with them.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Erin.
Erin. Yeah, sweet. Sure. What'd you say to her?
Well, I wanted to.
You wanted to ask her all the questions about all her life.
No. I wanted to show Joey Cape a song.
Mm.
I think that was my whole thing, and just be like, "Can you listen to this?" And I think he was at the end of his tour, and I think he had had enough of that side of things.
Okay.
I actually met Joey back in 2017 at a laundry bar in Wellington. He brought me a shot of whiskey, and
Really?
yeah,
I actually knew this.
and it was
Was it
super humbling, man.
what gig was?
Dude,
Was that a Me First gig as well?
Gave me 10 minutes of his time and had a good conversation with him, and yeah, it was just like, oh, but yeah, that was after the Me First gig as well. Yeah.
Like he does like more touring with Me First than he does with Lagwagon.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there are a lot on the NoFX tour at the moment.
Yeah. Do you ever think it's weird that nowadays we grow up listening? You know, we come from New Zealand, a little island nation in the South Pacific, and we grew up listening to these bands. And when we grew up, as you were saying, listening to The Decline in 1999, did you ever think that you would, have any kind of future connection with these people and these, I guess, teen idols? I say with a bit of tongue in cheek there.
Yeah, totally.
But like it's pretty amazing that the years have gone by and there's been like, would you have ever thought that you would have had a shot of whiskey with Joey Cape at a bar when you were 16 years?
I don't think I ever really thought about it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I was listening to, I remember my old man brought me Bad Astronaut record.
Yeah.
And I loved that.
You did love that, eh?
It was just different, and it was sick. It was something different, and the lyrics, Joey Cape's lyrics, are always fucking spot on, yeah. And
like he's he's a talented and interesting man, eh? Right.
Yeah, he's just good songwriter. I don't know, his lyrics have always hit home with me as well, especially once you get songs like Resolve and just all about their ex-drummer committed suicide. There's just blatant reality there, man. It's just real things. It's not like they made the songs up.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? They're speaking truth, you know?
Yeah, and that's always been the thing I've loved about punk rock.
Well, I think, that's definitely...
It's based in reality, yeah.
I'm just...
Don't leave me in this room. The walls are closing in. This is the space I used to say. The line is drawn for you each day. But every day you show.
It's good to see you, bro.
Yeah, you too, bro.
I'm stoked that you fucking called me up today.
Your arms speeded elation. half measure from home, home.
Just gives you like a good feeling, right?
This week I recreate, edit you back into the player that could define you, covered it by few who knew. The phone rings without pause, this grief wills everyone. All I have is our shitty song. How could it ever be enough? Here we are, in our final accord, a mortician and his tools sonically bury you. You could have chose another chord to resolve on. Let's go!
We lost it.
Yeah.
We cut out. So, what one's this?
Well, my phone is shitty. Yeah.
Awesome. Heartbreaking music was good. What else? What else did I really like off that record? Automatic.
Oh yeah. I feel like that was on like a compilation maybe.
I got that on vinyl. I think my bro bought that.
Bro, your vinyl bloody collection's been coming along pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
What sort of speaker setup have you got for that bad boy?
To be honest, it's pretty average. My speaker got stolen out of my house.
What?
Micro system.
Your speaker got stolen out of your house?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, mate. It was a few years back.
Okay. So just talk me through your setup quickly. I just want to understand. So you got your record player.
Yep.
With your RCAs going into your stereo system.
Yep.
Okay.
I got a new, like, it used to go sweet. What did I have? To be honest, it's not that good. It's just it's a record player that goes into a micro system. I still listen to stuff electronically, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a Klipsch speaker, which was pretty sweet. It worked pretty well. I didn't have to turn it up too loud, and it sounded pretty good with the records. And then that got stolen out of my house. Mysteriously, as things do.
Mysteriously.
Yeah. Well,
You've got your suspicions.
I put it down to one of my ex bandmates, or a guy I tried to start a band with. He was on crack. He smoked crack. He dealt with crack. That was his thing. And he was a good musician, talented boy. But I think some people came looking for him at one point, and they took a deal out of my house.
Yeah, okay. Oh,
I think that's what I put it down to, because they tried to break into the shed of our drummer at that time.
Yeah, okay.
They tried to break into his shed that night, and that night that speaker
went missing.
So I was like,
Up the security game there.
Oh yeah, I don't have anything to deal
Yeah.
with that boy. Our first song was based on that situation. I was fucking pissed off.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I don't want anything to do with you anymore. Which is fair enough. I would never want to isolate someone who had an addiction, because I know from alcohol, whatever, in my past, addiction's a hard thing, and you don't want to at all isolate somebody. But
yeah,
in the end game, you've got to look after yourself and be like, I don't want to go through this sort of thing with people.
Yeah.
It comes back to what you were saying before, like, you don't know people.
No, you don't. But I think big up on you and coming back and being like, actually, I'm going to call this one and cut your ties and move on. Which is sometimes hard to do. Some people like want to help people and be like, oh, actually no, like I'll help them out and lend them some money, or I don't know, whatever. But fuck, I think the reality is that life's harsh, man. You've just got to be like, cut your fucking losses,
Yeah.
move on, and especially like I've noticed as you get older as well, is with people, you know, if it's not working out, like whatever relationship it is, whether it's your fucking parents, your fucking brother or your sister, or your fucking work colleague or whatever, you've just got to sometimes get up and just be like, fuck this, this is not worth my fucking breath, and move on and get out of that situation.
Yeah.
Because life is, like, I know it's cliche as it sounds, but
It's
life
tough
is
if you love someone as well, right? But
well, it's super tough if you love someone, but life's too short, man. Like, what, you want to spend your life trying to fucking help someone else? Like, okay,
right.
like different if it's like your fucking kid or like a real close family member where you've got like a vested interest and you love that person. But
yeah,
you know, like your fucking bandmate, get the fuck off, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah,
you know. And look, fucking moved on, and fucking here we are, still.
Yeah.
Fucking got a new fucking bandmates, and you're fucking sweet.
Yeah, just keep
write a song about
forward.
it.
Yeah, it was a positive song. It's not like I was trying to single him out. I was just trying to put a whole bunch of rage into a song and put a positive spin on the end.
But isn't that fucking good though? When you've fucking got some pent up fucking anger and rage,
Yeah,
that you've got an outlet to distribute it in.
Yeah, for sure.
Like that's got to be a good fucking feeling, you know.
Yeah.
Like that would make a big difference than just having it sit inside you and like boil away, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, good, man. So what else have you got planned for the rest of the year, Stuart?
Well, hopefully, I want to get an extra few songs written and get
Could
at
you
least an EP
I was going to
recorded
say, could
and
you
then
record an EP?
do a show before the end of the year.
Yeah.
That would be a goal.
Yeah.
Sure.
Is there like do you know of a studio in the Naki?
There's plenty around, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
There's a lot of talented musicians in Taranaki. It's quite surprising once you get in there. There's a lot going on that you wouldn't think was going on.
Yeah, cool.
It's all pretty positive stuff too. Like people are generally pretty good people. I mean, you take Tan, who told us a story of the dude smashing the bottle on his head at the White Hart in New Plymouth, and then like chucking blood onto the band.
Yeah.
That's like some old school punk rock stuff.
Yeah.
It's like
that's pretty fucked up.
You don't want that.
No.
But I haven't seen anything like that going on.
That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh shit. It was good to see.
Yet. Hopefully not. I'd do the same thing. I'd walk out.
Yeah, totally. What about any travel plans for the rest of the year?
Japan end of the year.
J-Pow.
Take my girl and go ride
Fuck yeah.
powder with my girl.
Yeah.
I've got to get her riding. Dad won't be able to ride the same over in Japan with her, but that's all right. It's going to be a cultural trip as well.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. That's fucking real awesome.
Yeah, it should be good.
Yeah, sick. Nice.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Awesome. Okay, bro. Well, fucking, I want to say big thanks for fucking coming on and having a bit of a yarn.
Yeah, that's right.
Good to see you, bro.
You too, bro.
We actually had another, Stewie was at the Unwritten Law gig a couple of weekends ago.
Boozed, hanging out.
Mate. It was good. Sashi. We're going to get him up on here one day.
It'd be good.
Yeah, cool, man. Big up. Thanks for giving me something to talk about this week on High in the Addict.
All good.
We will look to catch up again soon, and thank you very much, and we'll see you guys next week. He's back up on High in the Attic, TFH and Stuart fucking Whitaker. Yeah.